Colton RV creates fantastic memories that will change your life forever. Have you dreamed of getting into glamping in your own RV? Colton RV can help you take that step into the future with a new or used RV. Talk with a Colton RV team member online, by phone, or in person and see hundreds of RVs, from tent trailers to motorhomes and everything in between. It's all about great selection, unequaled service, and low prices. Open late at 2 convenient locations, one in Tonawanda and one in Orchard Park, New York. Now is the time to see the future at Colton RV.
Want to take your camping to the next level? Then why not try glamping? Welcome to RV Glamping Adventures, where you can have a little glamour with your travel adventures. Please join your hosts, Neal and Kathy, as they share RV glamping information, RV park reviews, product recommendations, and so much more. Here's Neal and Kathy.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of RV Glamping Adventures with Neal and Kathy. I'm Neal.
And I'm Kathy.
So Kathy, today marks our 60th episode.
I can't believe that.
That's
crazy.
Amazing. I'm so excited.
That's a lot of talking.
That's a lot of
talking. We have a lot of hot air.
We've got thousands of hours.
Apparently we can go on and on and on about RVing.
I guess that's a good thing.
I hope we don't bore, unless you're into RVing, I'm thinking we probably talk about this a lot even at work and probably bore some people.
Like,
I've almost sold some RVs at work, though.
I
really.
think we could.
I could convince
could.
people.
Absolutely.
I always say I'd be the best RV salesperson. No question. No question. So you said you had some viewer mail earlier,
Actually,
and we were talking about what we should start out with, and you have a question for us.
I have viewer mail, but I also had a question at work now that you mentioned work.
Oh.
So this one question that keeps coming over and over for us is we're going on our trip and we're getting a tow dolly and we're going to be traveling with our car for the first time, and which is kind of weird for us because normally we rely on going with where our trips are, either renting a car or public transportation or walking distance to our things we want to see.
Right.
So this trip, people, the big question I've got, are we afraid of using the tow dolly?
Yeah, I had a few people ask me that, but I'm used to that. I get asked all the time the annoying question of, do you drive the RV? That's my most annoying question I ever get. So, of course, I'm getting are you nervous to drive the RV with the tow dolly? And what do you tell them?
I tell them, no, I'm not nervous at all.
But that's because you drove down in January with our oldest son when you moved him down there.
Correct.
It wasn't an RV, but it was in a big box truck, which is scarier to me
it was awful
than an RV. And you had the car towed.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't put miles on the car. So you already had a bit of an experience doing it.
Yeah, I'm not too nervous about it because of it being like when we were in he rented a 30-foot Penske truck.
Right.
With a flat toe on the back. And
I'm sure it was so comfortable driving the whole way down.
The seats don't recline in any way.
You can't get up and go to the bathroom.
Nothing,
You're locked in.
No, there's no generator, no snacks. Anything was in a cooler.
No, you had snacks.
Yeah, but I can only eat granola for so long.
I don't think you were eating granola. I know you two were probably doing the Doritos or something like that.
Yeah, he had wings. So
there you go. There you go.
But no, driving it down with that, after I think, and I think a lot of people who do tow their vehicles will tell you, after probably the first couple of miles, I think it's just you get used to it being back there. You're always checking it just to make sure. Like when you're driving, you should always check your surrounding and know what's going on. But spacing and everything, it just felt like it was naturally behind you. They towed really nice.
Yeah, I can't say, nervous isn't the word that I would feel about doing that because, I do drive the RV. And
you drive the RV very well.
Very well. It's just, I'm comfortable with the spacing. Like, I know it. I know my spacing.
Yeah.
I guess there's no other way to say it than that. So it's just adding an extra, it's not a big car. We just have a little compact car. But it's just adding that and knowing your spacing around that. And I just know, I'm, again, not nervous, but I just want to, do it.
Right.
So I need that first hour of just, feeling it and making sure I'm, making the space. I'm going to, over-calculate everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, in our last show, we talked, one of the things you got to know to avoid a mistake is know your size.
Know your size.
So I'm going to over-calculate things, hopefully, to avoid any issues because, we want to get there safe. So I just want to feel it and just get comfortable with it. Yeah. And then, I'm always about, here's a challenge, let me overcome it, moving on to the next thing.
I think this is one that's going to be, I think this is going to be an easy one. And the other thing I think, there's a couple of things that we can't do in it, and I don't think we can do it successfully, is back up in it. And I don't think it's advised to back up with a tow dolly. and I also don't think it's something that I'm comfortable doing.
Right.
Is backing up. So
So you
certain
got to
places
know,
like
you got to know, what you're comfortable with, what your limits are, things like that, and just be
Yes.
sensible, common sense.
the only thing that I'm not even I would be worried about, but thank God we found like Flying J and things like that we'll use.
Yeah, for
is
gas stations.
For gas stations,
Yeah.
it's
But
only
we've
the
got
gas
that
station.
handled. We've
Yeah.
got the app for that ready to go.
Yep.
We leave. We're down to 2 weeks tomorrow. We're out of here. It's going to be a blast. We can't wait. We got so much going on. We'll be coming to you guys from the trip. We're going to do a couple shows on the trip. Hopefully, get some interviews.
Yeah, that's always fun.
That kind of thing. So it's going to be really fun. So did you have a question, or was that your question?
That was my question.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought, there is viewer mail. I can't find it on my phone, but I think that's a good one.
Okay, well,
And
we'll start with that because we got a lot
can't
to talk
get too
about.
many questions in there.
Well, I know this idea came out of a question that somebody had asked a couple weeks ago, so we thought this would be kind of fun to make it it's not a competition, but we thought today's show would be fun to do. I was sort of wondering, I start thinking about with the trip getting really, 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 really close. I start thinking about I don't know. I start envisioning myself on it, and then I start thinking about what do I, we obviously have some plans and fun stuff we're going to do, but for me, it's the trips are more about taking the time away and just having time and getting into sort of a space away from our normal lives.
Yeah.
And I start thinking about, what kinds of things do I want to think about? What kinds of things do I want to do? And basically, what are my own personal goals for the trip? So I was wondering, and this again came out of a conversation I was having also with someone at work, when we go on vacation, it's more than just sitting on a beach. There's a lot of stuff that goes on beyond that. The trip it's more than just a trip. For me, it's like a time of growth and stepping away and reflecting and all of that stuff. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. We're going to get real deep today.
Ooh, the metaphysical RV glamping adventures.
So I thought it'd be kind of fun. I said to Neal before we started this, I said, why don't you write down 5 of your goals of what you want to accomplish on this trip? What is it you're looking to do? What do you want to accomplish? What are you hoping to come back with? So we each sat down and wrote out some ideas that we had of things that we were looking forward to doing. So in a shorter way of saying it, I guess these are our RV goals, personal growth edition.
I like that. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Metaphysical, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
What we need is some hum. Yeah.
I was thinking more beat poetry. Yeah, man, cool.
Just like everybody else, we have crazy busy lives, and
our lives are very. At least this is how I feel. It's very scheduled and regimented. We've got lots of things to do, not only to get ready for our trip, but our day to day. It's always boom, 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 boom. We got things going on, and I think a lot of people who are listeners understand that because their lives are also very busy.
Right.
And I think that's
it's so
part of
good
our
to
society.
Just step out of that, and then I love to come back to it because there's comfort in
absolutely,
it.
yeah.
But with the kids and the business and everything, we just have a bit of a regimented life right now.
Yeah.
Just less during the summer, obviously, because school's out and those kinds of things. But during the year, it's just you guys know you do this with your families or grandkids, your kids, whatever. There's baseball. There's cross country. There's homework to do. There's work to attend to and clean the house and laundry and there's just that life you do.
It's
and
one thing after another.
There's nothing better for me than it's just we just drive out of the driveway and it's gone.
No, it's just melts all away.
Melts all away. So why don't you start? What would be, Neal, I don't know, what's first and foremost on your mind for what you're looking to accomplish on this trip for yourself, personally, for the family, whatever? What are you thinking about?
Personally, this is a tough one for me because I'm not really good at this one. My goal for this trip, second trip of 2016, I'm doing a little bit of a dramatic build-up, and I'm awful at this. I want to eat healthy.
You were so awful.
I am bad at this. So, when we go on our trips, we always bring healthy food. We always go to restaurants and stuff. And at restaurants, that's where I kind of screw up.
That's where you fall apart.
Oh, my God. Everything looks so good.
He'll go in with all the best intention. What the problem is with you, I think, is just...
I want it all.
You want it all, but you just... I don't know. Everything goes out the window.
Oh, I'm on vacation.
As soon as you start looking what your options are. Yeah. No, it's not when you're on vacation. You do it all the time.
Okay, it's restaurants here.
You do it all the time. Yeah. And I really don't like to police that.
No, it's not your job.
I want you to be healthy. I want us to live a long time so we can RV longer and all that good stuff. But I hate being I don't want to be like your mom.
Well, you're not my mom.
That's not hot.
That's gross. That's
so
not, that's
I want
not
you,
required.
honey, to want to live a long time.
I do.
So I need you to be healthy. And you are a chiropractor, by the way.
I am. I know how to eat
promoting a
healthy.
holistic lifestyle and trying to tell others how to be healthy.
And in my day-to-day, I think I do a pretty good job.
Right.
Why
do you do a good job?
I don't know. I've lost 7 pounds right
Why have you lost 7 pounds?
Because of you. I've lost 7 pounds because you helped me to do that, and I appreciate that.
Well, you're obviously motivated. Neal doesn't need to lose much weight at all. He's really, you are a healthy person. But, we're always trying to strive to be better, so.
Yeah, and I feel better when I take control of things.
Maybe you're you want to bring the cholesterol down a little bit.
This is my opinion about things, right? So when we're on our lives and everything, it's very busy, and sometimes, and I think a lot of people this happens, you can lose control of what you eat, and you can lose control of, what you should eat. And I lose control frequently when we go to a restaurant or something. I'm like, that just looks so good.
Everything just looks good to
Extra
you.
butter, please,
And it cracks me up because, again, he helps, people to get on the right path to wellness and things like that all day long. And then he'll go out and really, I'm going to say 7 times out of 10 you make good choices. But every now and then I'll look at what, and maybe I didn't hear what you ordered or whatever. And again, I don't want to police that. I just want you to make good choices for you. And I'll say after he's done ordering, what did you get? What did you order? And it'll be like the worst thing you could possibly get, followed up by some dessert. I'm like, and you look like this puppy dog. This puppy dog, you're all sad, like, oh, it seemed like a good choice. And nothing about it with the side of lard on it, with bacon and
fried,
nothing,
it's all good.
Yeah, you'll get, I get some grilled chicken and side of lard, with mashed potatoes on top of that and some
those
gravy.
Jalapeno poppers, because those are good.
But and I just it's like smack my head. But those are your choices.
So for this trip, what I want to do
left
is...
to your own devices.
Oh, I'm awful. I told you, I'm awful. So my personal goal, is on this trip, because when we go on vacation, we're on vacation, we eat out, we do a lot of fun stuff, we're going to have some really good times, and we're going to be in some really good restaurants with some really good food. And my goal and my choice is to make a good decision.
And I think you are capable of
I'm
that.
totally capable of that. I just
totally,
sometimes don't want to.
No, it goes away. You go in there I'm gonna get the best thing on there, and then you get the fried dough sandwich or something.
Oh, that'd
and it's
be good.
just it's crazy. I just watch you and you just get you go right to stupid. I don't know. It's just all the good brain cells just come out your ears.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens. So I would, I'm gonna be
watch,
positive and
you're
watch,
gonna watch,
and I will report back to you all on how he does with that.
I'm just gonna eat lettuce and
no, you're not.
Whipped cream and,
that's
chocolate
where it all
sauce.
goes wrong.
So, what is your goal for this trip?
Well, following up because we are on, we've been on. Well, we always eat. We really do always eat well, and I try to bring healthy food into this family and shove it down their faces. But to continue that because it does. Oh, I'm on vacation. I can splurge a little, but I don't want to do that. I'm pretty regimented with that, and
you're
on point.
Fantastic.
I really. Yeah, I want to go. My goal when I go on vacation is actually to come back even healthier than when I left.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've been on this really big kick. We're doing a lot of 5Ks and stuff this summer, and to just, go hand in hand with that. We already do a lot of healthy eating, but we've added, we got this one app. It was called, I think it's My Net Diary.
My Net Diary,
and
it's pretty good.
I don't think there's anything better than writing down your food. To be really, really honest with yourself. And this thing is awesome. And there's a lot of different I got this as a free app.
Honestly, that's helped me, I think, on this.
Right.
More than anything else, that's helped me.
You've had to be accountable.
I'm accountable. And I'm looking at things and when you
Instead
look
of just
at a box.
eating what Kathy eats, you are being accountable.
Because we have to do different things.
This is the first time ever you've done something like that.
Right. And we have to do something different. Your caloric intake is totally different than mine.
Yeah.
I need more protein. I'm a guy. There's just different, and my body size, my type, all that stuff, totally different. So, but this app, I've noticed a couple of things because it also has the ability to barcode scan something.
Oh, it's so fun, you
and
guys.
So when you look at things, it might say, you think, oh, this little cup of soup, that's 1 serving. But when you barcode scan it, it actually comes up and says it's 3 servings. for this one little
we're
cup.
always trying to look at. So, basically what I'm saying is
But
that
it's educating.
It's
is my
educating
point.
us, but this even goes back to like Weight Watchers stuff. I mean, this is not totally RV related, but I really want to promote a healthy RV lifestyle here. So it's something we strive to do, and I want to share that with you guys and help motivate and inspire you guys to like go out there. It's not all about s'mores and hot dogs and whatever. Like you can really go out there. Like we're out there hiking and fishing and doing all these great things. You can do this, so
Stay healthy.
I mean, look
RV
around.
longer.
Everybody's kind of lost it when it comes to healthy eating. Portions have gotten bigger.
Oh, yeah.
People, it's hard not to be overweight in this country, and you've got to take responsibility. And so apps like that, and we're not in any way endorsed by MyNut
nothing like that.
Diary or anything like that, but you can find a free downloadable thing. Like they have barcodes, and it gives you what your daily
What's the
caloric
other one?
intake
My
should
Fitness?
be. MyFitnessPal or
Yeah,
something
like
has
that.
one very similar.
Very similar.
So there's a lot of these out there, and they're free. But it's it's something we want to continue to do while we're on the trip. And so that was my first thing I put there too. In addition to
We're thinking alike.
we do we share
Yeah,
brain.
we do.
We
Yeah,
do.
we do.
I'm saying it's my brain, and I let you use it. But
I'm okay with that.
Whatever, we're on the same page. But again, I want to keep running. It's hard when we're down south because the humidity is so
Yeah, we're not used to
ridiculous. We usually run like 3.1 just to get ready for 5Ks. That's really hard for us to do. We're just not used to the humidity down south.
No,
so
I think on weekends we do 5 miles sometimes.
we'll get even if you can get a mile and a half, 2 miles down there, plus all the walking we do. We definitely get in about 20,000 steps for most days that we're down there.
Oh, yeah,
plus
easy.
swimming and
Actually, if you look
whatever.
at it,
So it's staying active and eating well too. I'm with you on that.
tomorrow morning we're going for a run. It's going to be 63 degrees.
Yeah, I don't know what's
no
going
humidity.
on here right now.
It's a little
June.
cold, but even a couple days ago it was like 70. And when we go for a run down in Orlando, it's going to be 93
and 100% humidity. So that's hard in your lungs when
It's
you're running.
really hard.
But we just always try to stay active. Having the car, we're going to be able to get out there and just keep staying active. So I'm with you on that. So we're both number one, eating healthy, and then staying active, keeping our fitness routine going.
Because my number 2 one is be
Right.
active.
Stop.
So my number 2 is be active. And for me, that's like, we always are active. It's everything you said, that we just get up, we
RVing
move around.
equals healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. It's an outdoor lifestyle, really, if you let
I'm
it.
so mystified by people like we could go on 3 walks a day, because to me there's nothing more fun than walking around an RV park and looking at everybody else's
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so nosy.
No, you are not.
But it
It's
motivates
just
me to let's go for a
comparative
walk.
shopping.
Let's go for a walk. And people just sit there sometimes all day long.
All day.
And are like watching TV outside their RVs and things like that. And like you can get out there and do stuff, try new things, that we'll be in places. I'm always like, all right, what can we do that's different this time? And all of this, like from the healthy eating and staying active, for us, it's all about impressing this on our kids.
Yeah, we've
to
watched
be
them change
this.
their lifestyles. Like
They're
our
active
oldest
and
was
fit.
up here visiting us, and he eats healthy all the time. He's a 22-year-old guy on his own, and he's a healthy eater.
Yeah.
Prepares his own food, eats salad,
Makes fresh herbs and things like that.
I remember when he was 14, everything was brown and ramen.
Yes.
And now it's like, no, he puts herbs on
There's
it.
color. You should always have
yeah.
color in your food, not
And
beige.
he's active. He's always moving around doing something.
And whether it's your kids, your grandkids, whatever, it's just getting out there. And everybody needs to put their feet up, relax too. I'm not saying you don't mix that in, but it's like fun.
I don't think people really get this, and this is going to get soapboxy, and I'm sorry, but it's like people don't realize that their influence on others, like just by your actions. You getting up and moving around influences maybe the guy next door to you or somebody in your family to say, hey, I should get up and move around too. And then that just changes everything.
Right.
Everybody gets a little bit more active, and hopefully, you're inspiring people to have better health. I think that's pretty cool.
Right.
So I'm done. I'm off the soapbox.
Okay, get off.
Okay.
Get down.
I'm totally down.
Okay, you got it?
Very good.
Okay, so that was your... What are we on?
That was my number 2.
Okay, so...
your number 2 is?
My number 2 is I really like to... When I go on a trip, I want to try something really outside of the box for me. And this is and it isn't, but I thought, let's do something really different this time. So having the car is enabling us to get out beyond, the walls of Disney that we love, but it's getting
always
us
have
out
a great
there.
time.
So I was trying to plan a family activity that wasn't going to cost totally an arm and a leg. We had thought about going to Universal, but we've already invested our money in all the stuff we're doing with Disney and and things like that. But I thought, let's find something
and
like
we pay for the 6
adventurous.
of us, so
Right.
that's a big difference.
So if 6 people going to Universal on top of everything else, it's like, whoa. So I was looking around at what have I always wanted to do when I go down there? One thing I see all the time is Gatorland.
Yes.
And I've always wondered what that was. And I kind of figured, maybe it's just sort of goofy, tacky. I don't know what it is. But as I looked into it more, what I saw in there was they have this crazy zip line thing. So, and I think it's really affordable. It's like $69.95 per person.
Yeah.
It gets you into Gatorland, and it's a 2-hour zip line through reptiles.
Nice.
So I love to do something a little off the norm. You know, like if you can take a little different approach to something than, let's go walk through Gatorland, be done in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
For me, this is going to be so much more fun that we can zip line and look down and see, like, what great photo opportunities, first of all. And just having everybody, we've done a zip line before. I've done it.
You've done it a
one
lot.
of our trips, but I used to do it years ago. But I haven't done it in years. Like, you know, 17, 18 years, I haven't really gone ziplining. So, you know, it's a little out of my comfort zone now. I'm like, geez, is that going to be painful? Am I going to use muscles I've never used before? But I thought this is like such a good bonding thing for the family.
Oh, yeah, everybody's going to love it.
And just a totally different perspective of seeing, you know, it's like going to Gatorland, but doing a huge fun activity. We'll remember this always.
Totally.
I think it'll be probably one of the highlights.
Yeah.
So I just thought, even though I've done it before, it's years ago, and that we can do it together as a family would be a really good bonding experience. So I'm looking forward to doing this kind of wild, fun, kooky, crazy thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that was your number.
That's my number. Is that number 2?
That's
or
number
we had
3.
3.
Yeah,
Right.
that's your number 3.
All right. What do
So
you got?
guess what my number 3 is?
Don't tell me.
It is. This is ridiculous. Mine's trying new things like zip lining. Actually, look, I wrote it. I actually wrote it. So, but I also
Wow.
wanted to do that too. I totally agree because I think
So you're excited about it?
I'm so excited. I think it's something that's totally outside of the box.
Would you normally do this if I had, like, would that be something you would do?
It's something I would do. It was something I wouldn't seek out. Like
Yeah.
I totally do it. Like I think it's just going to be so much fun. I'm excited to like have the adventure of ziplining over gators.
You know, it's
But I wouldn't
listed
go.
as,
I wouldn't go looking.
and I don't know how. I mean, we have a zip line park over here
Mm-hmm.
in like ski country, but it's listed as a number 1 zip lining park. So
that's pretty cool.
Again, we like to research where we're going to make sure it's not, you know, wah wah wah.
Yeah.
But it looks really good,
should
and I
be
saw
fun.
some videos and stuff. Like it doesn't look like. It looks family friendly, I guess is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. It doesn't look too extreme, but it pushes the envelope a little bit. So I'm excited about it.
I think actually ziplining period pushes the envelope because when you
Yeah.
stand at the edge of it and you look down, there's nothing but you and a zip.
Yeah, so I think it
line.
really tests your own limits.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a really great bonding experience. Like, we will look back at this in family and go, oh my God, remember that
Yeah,
time,
I think that's pretty
Bud?
cool.
You know, you were screaming. And it's just going to be one of those really fun memories that we have. Hopefully no one falls into the alligator pit.
So another thing
They
I'd like.
seem very safe.
Oh, it should, and they seem nice. Those alligators.
Safety certified. It's going to be
It's
fine.
safety certified.
Yeah, it's all
There's
good.
been no accidents at Gatorland for at least 5 days. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
No, it should be awesome. I think actually for us too, that's a little bit outside the box and trying new things. Is we're going to Cape Canaveral.
Right.
So I think that's kind of fun.
So this was you're going ahead and taking all my stuff again.
This is you.
I feel like for me, I'm excited. You have never been to Kennedy Space Center.
I never have. No,
And you've never been to Cocoa Beach.
I've never been to Cocoa Beach.
So I haven't been, kind of like with the zip lining, that's less long ago. But when I was about 8 years old, we went on a trip. My family, we went down.
It's like 20 years ago.
Right. We went down on a trip and we hit Disney, but we were staying in Cocoa Beach and we did the Space Coast and everything. I haven't been there since I was 8 years old.
Oh, so it's a little different.
I have very fond memories of, we're going to do a day trip to Cocoa Beach, Kennedy Space Center in addition. And it was just a really fun, crazy, it's just a great memory I have of my childhood.
That's cool.
And those are the kinds of things I love to, like with some trips we take the kids back, they've been somewhere before and they have these fond memories from before. And that's just one of my fond memories. So to bring the family along on that is going to be really awesome. I'm really excited about that.
I'm excited to take the kids and see that and experience with you as well. I think it's going to be just fun watching and seeing all these massive spaceships and all the history that went into the rocket program. And we drive along the 95 and such, and you see, Space Coast, check it out. And I've never
now
done
we
it.
can.
We
Are
will.
you so excited?
I know. I'm very excited.
I know. It's
I'm
just
very excited.
having a car has really opened up. And the trip goes beyond Florida. On our way home, we're heading up to DC for a few days.
Yeah,
like I
that's
feel
gonna be
like
fun.
this is like a whirlwind trip. But the other thing there too, I haven't been to. We've got two definitely things planned. It's Capitol Hill tour,
Yep.
and we're in the line for the White House tour. So hopefully
You find out about 2
we
weeks
don't know
before.
till 2 weeks before,
Yeah.
which is coming up. By next
Yeah.
week we should know. So I'll let you guys know about that. I've never done. None of us. This is actually something none of us have done.
No.
Right? You didn't
Yep,
do the White
never
House
did,
tour.
no.
Like that is just,
And I've never
especially
done
in
the
an
Capitol.
election year, whatever. And I do not like to talk politics.
No politics.
None allowed. But come on, the history, the respect for the position,
It's the office.
and
That's going to be awesome.
so much has happened there, and
Yeah.
like to be there, I'm so excited about
I mean,
that.
for years, whenever HGTV has one of those inside the White House, we watch
the
it.
Christmas ones,
The
when they
Christmas
decorate
ones.
for Christmas.
Doesn't matter
I
the
am
president. Doesn't
glu-
matter.
who cares?
We watch them all the time.
Yeah, because really, whatever. And then Capitol buildings, I was there probably 26 years ago. Well before 9/11.
You mean
when
where
you
you
could
could just
actually
walk in?
just go.
Yeah.
And you went through security, but and I haven't been there. I mean, I remember it because I was there a few times. I remember it well, but it's like I remember the pictures I have of it. I don't really remember being in it, and I just remember looking at the pictures that I have.
And as usual on these trips, I love seeing the
Had you
stuff
been to
through
Capitol
the kids.
building?
Never. No.
No. So again, this is going to be some really new, and there's nothing better to me than re-experiencing that, but also seeing it through
The kids' eyes.
The
I
kids'
love that.
eyes,
I
seeing it
love
through
that.
their eyes is
Yeah.
the best every time
So-
we do something like that. So that's okay. So do you have anything different than me?
Well,
I have more actually. I wrote down even more than 5.
good, because I only came up with 4.
Oh, nice.
So I couldn't come up with more. I'll make one up if you want. So I could do that. That's
No, because it'll
problem.
probably be what I'm going to be saying anyway.
So the next one, do you want? It's
Go
your
ahead.
Turn.
No,
No,
you
it's your
go.
turn. Your
Oh,
turn.
whatever.
It's you.
Okay, one of the best things I think too. I mean, these are all equal. There's no best thing about any trip, but except there's a trip. I love, Neal, when you and I go on vacation, and because we step away from everything, we run a business together, we run a household together, we're a team. There's nothing better to me than what we do on our vacations is we sit back, because you get to pull back from
You
everything.
pull back from everything.
And look at everything from a whole different perspective. And you're relaxed, and you can just sort of. We try to evaluate. Like I'm evaluating our lives, and we just sit and we kind of make. In a way, it's like New Year's Eve, and we're making plans and resolutions for the next year. But I don't know. It just makes us. We've been able to make our really big decisions in our lives on our vacation.
Always on our vacations.
I don't know. You go and you're sort of like bit by the bug of how do we do this more? How do we do this more? Because we love the RV vacation so much, and so much of what we've done has come out of the plans we've made on our trips.
True.
Does that make sense?
Totally.
Am I okay? So
Totally.
I really enjoy on our walks on the beach, our walks around the RV park, sitting by the fire,
Cart rides.
the golf cart rides. This is how we come up with, okay, here's how we're going to get from point A to point B, because we want more of this.
I mean, like for an example, we used to go for walks and always talk about like our work and how are we going to handle like our offices. At one point, we had 2 offices, and we'd always talk about that. And
I think we've made our biggest decisions.
and then we closed one, and here we are with
Even
one,
when
and we're
we've
happy.
decided to put our house up for sale,
Yeah, that
those
was down
decisions
there.
happen always
Yeah.
on trips. Like,
On a
okay.
trip.
And it's such a good time to, like I said, reflect and make goals and plans for your life. Because when you're not in it, it's just so much clearer.
Totally, yeah.
And then the goal, the thing is, the secret to it is like when you go back to life, you made all these goals, you did all this talking about what we're going to do and what's going to happen. Neal and I are people of our word. We are action.
Absolutely.
We are
Yes.
all action. So it's all right. We've talked about it. We kind of made a plan. Now you got to implement it.
Yeah, if we say we're going to do it, it
We
gets
do it.
done. Yeah.
But it's so amazing to be in that situation when you can pull back from life and really figure out what your priorities are.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's probably what's just as important to us about RVing is not just the family bonding, but boy, it just puts everything in perspective.
And when you're in it, you just, when you're working and living your hectic life and you're just doing, you can't see it from another perspective because you're so entrenched in it.
Yeah.
At work, I talk to people a
It's
lot.
like telling somebody who a friend comes to you with a problem, and you can sit there and give them all the advice in the world.
Exactly.
But when you're in it and you're in life and maybe you're unhappy in your job or whatever, you can't figure out. I always say to people when they come to me, what should I do? What would you tell a friend to do?
Yeah, that's the
That's
social
what you
part,
should
yeah.
do. So in a way, don't you feel like when we go on vacation, it just sort of, it gives us that pullback that we can go, It's clear.
Yeah.
It's clear of what we
Yeah.
need to do next.
I mean, I get people who come in to see us with chronic pain, and I tell them, like, you're in pain. You're used to this because you're living in your pain model. Your pain is real. The thing that's happening to you is very real, but how you get out of it, you can't see because this is what your day-to-day is. You just only understand your pain, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then
I think people can just go through life with blinders on.
They do.
And
But
so
if you can take a pullback, though.
Yeah, and some of it is personality type. Like, I think there are people who don't want to make change in their lives. Change is scary.
Yeah.
And so I think we just go into it very optimistically, very open-minded anyway in life. That's just sort of how Neal and I roll.
It's a glass half full.
Yeah. So, and you've got to really honestly have that kind of perspective in life and always want the best. And it's not about wanting more. It's about wanting better.
Wanting better.
And health,
and being
wellness,
better and
happiness,
doing better.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when we get to, like, we do that in our everyday lives, and then we kind of go step away from it again and then reevaluate again. Like, are we on track? Are we happy? Are we good? As a couple, are we good? How do you think the kids are doing? Okay, here's what we need to do to improve this, this, and this. And then we, like, go at it. And it's fun for us.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's fun.
I've always noticed when we go on these trips or anytime we are able to step away
We're
from the
getting
day to
granola
day,
again, aren't we?
we're always
We're
granola.
so granola.
You
Oh,
know?
my God.
So this is the Peace and Love RV podcast.
We should have a different name.
No, but I think it's like it's
We're
a very
here to
important.
inspire. That's what we're all about.
Hopefully you guys like this.
So, yeah, it's just, think about that when you go on vacation. Instead of just sitting there, it's really great to let your mind rest. But as your mind is resting, that's your most creative time.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
I think when,
Stepping out.
I have my best ideas in the shower.
Yeah.
I have my best ideas blow drying my hair in the morning.
I don't blow dry my hair.
No, yours is gone.
Yeah.
But your mind is free to wander, and that's when you can be most creative. And I think you can make your best laid plans doing that. So there you go.
Yes.
Give it a try next time you go, because that's what we do. I mean, we've come up with some damn fine things.
Yes,
on our
we
trips.
have. And the funny thing is, everything's come true.
Well, we make it come true.
No, I know.
You have to.
I know.
You can talk all you want. Then you got to do something about it.
If you believe, you can achieve.
But I also think, too, if there's things in life that you're complaining about, I'm all good with someone complaining for a little while, then do something about
Absolutely,
it.
yeah.
Or shut up.
Yeah.
So if you really are, able to step back on a vacation and maybe there's some areas that need improving in your life, it's a great time to figure that out.
It's a great time. Absolutely, I agree.
Because you're in that right place and right mind to do it. So
I totally
clear
agree.
Clear mind.
Very well said.
There you go.
Very well said.
All right. Did you have another thing? I want to see if it's what I have.
I don't have one.
That's it.
I came up with 4.
Wow. Your
What?
homework was 5. Okay.
So all 4 of mine matched yours almost exactly.
Okay,
Number 5.
This is going to throw you for a loop. And
Okay.
I'm not even 100% sure about it. I wrote it down because
Okay.
I thought, mostly I like to shock you.
Every time.
So, I want to make sure, just like I drive the RV and I'm going to be comfortable driving the tow dolly with the car and everything. And, I want to learn more on this trip. Now, I don't know how much I want to implement it.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh,
So let me finish.
Go.
You're sitting down.
I can't.
But, okay, especially with the tow dolly, I got thinking, like, I want to know how to do that.
You should. Yeah.
I want to know how to hook it up. I want to know, like, both of us should know how to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I definitely want to know. I want to be the one, I know one of the kids will want to do it because they can drive and all that, but they're going to want to put the car up in the dolly and all that.
Yeah.
But I want to have the knowledge. And I'm a very hands-on learner, very experiential, so I need to, you can tell me till you're blue in the face, but I need to learn.
Right.
So I want to learn that, and I want to at least once, only once probably, do the Blackwater.
That's what
Just
I thought you were going to
once.
say. Just once.
I just want to feel that experience.
It's
And there
really
better
not
be
fascinating.
gloves. No, I know, but it's like I just need to know how to do it because you should always know how to do all that stuff.
I totally agree.
And I've done it. I mean, I watch you do it. Basically, but again, I'm like, you have to like walk me through it and tell me how to do it and all that. And I don't want this to become part of my job.
No, it's my job. Back away.
But I want to have knowledge.
I won't be shopping. Or
again,
anything.
stepping outside of my
That's very
box.
cool. I like that. I'll show
And
you.
what else?
So-
Like how when you hook up, that's the thing though. Is typically we're divide and conquer. So I'm in there because by the time we get there, everybody's hungry. I'm in there doing food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but on this
either
trip, it
when
won't
we're
be like
hooking
that.
up or unhooking, Oh, we still, you know how we get. Once we park, we want to get everything set up.
Oh,
and
sure,
It's
but-
going to be 103 degrees.
Yeah.
And remember last year how
But
we were
we're
sweating?
stopping at a beach first, so
I know.
We're
But
not
you know what
getting
I'm
there-
saying?
Yeah, I know, I hear
We
you.
get we got to get all set up.
Must
and
do.
We got to glamp it out.
Yeah.
So I want to if it's not then, it's like unhooking and getting it all ready and stuff like that. I want to be a bit more a part of that than
Cool.
I've been. Because I am inside doing stuff. I'm
Absolutely.
putting everything
you have
away.
a hard
but
job. Yeah.
Yours is the gross job.
That's gross. It's totally gross. But
So-
I have devised a gloveless method.
And I'm not comfortable with that.
Well, we'll get gloves.
I want a glove method.
I have never once, in all the time that I've ever done the sewer hose,
It only takes
I've
once.
never had a problem. Well, then you use soap. That's what soap's for. But dumping
All right,
it.
So I want to know.
I know all you guys who RV are out there thinking I'm gross. I've never used gloves,
He's
but
so unsanitary.
you can be very neat with it, and I'm very neat. I use a towel, and I have a couple different things, but paper towels and stuff. But
Yeah.
I've devised a way that I've never spilled.
Well, I will observe that way.
I will teach you.
And I would like to have more knowledge
Nice.
so that in the event of you have a sudden heart attack and
Oh,
someone needs to do
Yeah, see, but I'm going to watch what I eat. I'm going to be more active.
Well,
There'll
I
be
don't
no heart
know.
attack.
We'll see how the trip goes.
I might have a heart attack zip lining over
So where are we at
alligators.
with stuff? We got we're getting the tow dolly put on in the next week or so. We're
Yeah.
going to go through that. We've got to start bringing some carloads over to the RV, getting all the dry goods in.
Yeah.
We're really in a good place of getting ready.
The bad part
Because we're
is
at T minus 14 or something and counting. I don't even know.
we've got a ton of stuff to get ready with work.
I know.
We've got a ton of stuff
We're
still
in
to
crunch.
buy.
It's crunch time
Yeah,
now.
but we'll
It's
make it
crunch time.
happen.
Yeah,
It'll
and
be fine.
Suddenly it's like, ooh, when you can start seeing it, like
Yeah.
you can envision it's this many days, I can see, that's 2 more Tuesdays, and then we go, or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're there, we're getting excited. It's a big trip, 2.5 weeks. Our patients are freaking out.
They're a
but
little bit
They're going to
nervous.
be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. We're always available. We're one of those doctor's offices
We
that
will
are
not be available 1,000 miles away.
No, but they can text with an issue. They can email with an issue, and we can help them that way. But
All right,
we
so
won't
we're
be
getting
involved.
there. We got lots to do. How can people get a hold of us, Neal? Let them know.
people can get a hold of us at rvglampingadventures@gmail.com. You can get us on Twitter at rvglampers. You can find us on Facebook at RV Glamping Adventures. And you can also find us on Kathy's awesome blogs on www.rvglampingadventures.com.
And did you say Instagram, Twitter,
And Instagram was next.
Facebook?
Instagram is at RV Glampers. Or RV Glampers.
Yeah, we have and YouTube. We also
YouTube.
put the shows on YouTube, and we've got some videos. There'll definitely be more coming up with the trip coming
Yeah,
up.
actually, on this trip and any trip, we've tons of videos. So check that out. And YouTube is RV Glamping Adventures.
There you go.
So
Have a great week, you guys. We'll get back to you next week. See you then.
take care.